What's up, guys? How y'all doing? I've returned for another video. I've returned for my recap video, as a matter of fact, with University of Hawaii versus UH-Hilo, or should I say Hawaiʻi-Hilo. And it was a great season opener, non-conference opener for the University of Hawaii men's basketball team. I'm going to put up my banner now, and you're going to see it down here. That's right. We got UH-Hilo 82-66. So, let's get started.
Rainbow Warrior Basketball.
Okay, UH-Hilo, that was a great season opener. They proved that UH Mānoa certainly proved that they were miles ahead of where they were against St. Mary's. But then again, you got to give St. Mary's credit. I mean, they're ranked for a reason. They're ranked number 23. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but if we won it, it would have been by the skin of our teeth. But unfortunately, they caught us with our pants down then. But you know what? Whatever. We'll wipe the slate clean. It did not count to our record. It was an exhibition matchup. And I am happy to say that UH looks like they're ready. And I have to admit, though, my only complaint about this is that I thought they would have won by a little bit more. But give UH-Hilo credit. I mean, they got guys there that they got UH-Hilo. They got a former Rainbow Warrior in Zor Ned. And but obviously the transfer to UH-Hilo could very well work out for Zor. But obviously as Coach Ganat was saying, we would have liked for him to, head coach Aran Ganat said that they'd have liked for Zor to stay at UH Mānoa. But this was his last year, and obviously UH-Hilo could very well work out for Zor Ned. He had 3 points that night. But he has become a good shooter as Ganat had said in the presser. And I thought he played pretty athletic, and but obviously I was kind of thinking that Zor might have scored a little bit more than 3 points, but whatever. I mean, you take what you can get. I mean, this was their 6th game, and as of right now, UH-Hilo, they're 3-3. But I'll tell you what came as a big surprise then. One of the guys that transferred to UH-Hilo is a guy who was on UC San Diego last season, and that's Jake Kozakowski. And as soon as I heard that he had transferred to Hilo, I was like, holy crap, he was on UCSD last season. And that guy was a damn good shooter, let me tell you. Because for a while, in the closing stages, Kozakowski hit about 2 or 3 triples in a row to cut the gap to under a possession. But fortunately, UH was able to hold on. But this season, with Kozakowski transferring to Hilo, he did not score tonight, fortunately for us. But I thought that was an overall big surprise to me, because I guess for Kozakowski, UCSD didn't work out for him. And maybe UH-Hilo will work out for him, just like with Zor Ned. But obviously with UH Mānoa, they came out of the gate strong. Hilo only led for 14 seconds. But from that point on, it was all UH Mānoa, and they cruised to the win 82-66. Now, I will say, though, in my prediction video, I would have looked for them to win by at least 25. And they fell a little short of that. And as you can see, it was only 16. So, obviously 16 is a good margin. But considering that we won a couple seasons back by 30, I kind of thought that they might do the same thing there. But the team did show some promise. And as you can see, there are 2 guys here that really showed me with the exception of one guy, that they're ready to go for the season. One is a returnee, one is a new guy. The returnee, more Sec. And he and Juan Munoz really found some great chemistry. And as you can see by this slam right here from more Sec, from Juan Munoz. Yeah, that was a sure sign that Moore is ready to go this season. And Juan Munoz really showed me something as well. And I'm looking at the final stat sheets. Munoz, he had 9 points that night. He also had a triple. And he was 4 for 4 from the free throw line. But another guy that I thought also showed really good. I'll get to the new guy in just a moment, but not the one that I had in mind for more Sec. But the guy that I thought really showed that he's ready to go as a dynamic duo with Juan Munoz, Justin McKoy. He led all UH players with 15. And he also had 3 triples made. And he was 6 for 11 from the field. So obviously McKoy is showing really good, is showing a lot of his potential. But a guy that I thought really came into his own in the opening game was freshman point guard Tom Beattie. I'm looking for big things from Tom this season. And he had a couple of good breaks to the basket, one which ended in him drawing a foul, one that ended in him with a good layup, which you're seeing right now. I like the idea that and if what we saw from Tom Beattie is any indication, he could be another Justice Jackson, another version of Justice Jackson when he was here for the past season and a half. And obviously, Justice transferring to Tennessee Martin, along with former Rainbow Warrior Amaro Lotto, who transferred to Lindenwood. It turns out that those two guys are supposed to face off against each other later this season, Jackson and Lotto. But back to the University of Hawaii, Tom Beattie is showing that he is worth the price of admission. And the guy's quick. And if he can come through with a good performance, I look for him to have a starting job at least next season, because Noel Coleman is set to leave this season. And by the way, Noel, shout out, 10 points tonight. He had a couple of triples. Just like with Harry Ruliadeff, and I got one of Harry's triples right here. I'm looking for those two guys to kind of have a lot more noticeable performances, at least Noel anyway. I think that Noel is getting to where he needs to be, just like Juan Munoz from his injury. And I think you're going to like what Munoz and McKoy had to say about Tom Beattie here.
Tom Beattie, he's going to be special. I think he's always in the gym. He's always putting in work. So to see what he did tonight, I mean, it didn't really surprise us in the locker room, just because we know what kind of work he's been putting in, behind the scenes. So I'm just happy for him and hope he continues to grow and keep working and just become the player he can be.
I'm a big fan of Tom Beattie.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. Just a big guard, physical, can get downhill, looks to pass. I really think that he's going to be really good for Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, for Munoz and McKoy to say that about Tom Beattie, that's a big statement. That's why I'm looking for big things from Tom this season. Because Tom Beattie, he's a hell of a player, and I do think that he's going to be a starter sooner or later. I don't know if he's going to get a start job this season, probably not. But next season, certainly. I think he'll be a shoo-in. So, what kind of grade would I give them? UH Mānoa, I would say an A-, mainly because I think they could have won by a little bit more. But still, 16 is a commendable margin. So obviously next game is a late edition, Niagara Purple Eagles. And do I think they're going to win this? Yeah, I think so. Do I know anything about them? No. It's the first ever matchup. I hear they have a good freshman who's 280. And I don't know if Bernardo or Moore is going to have a chance against them. They probably will. But I don't know if he's a shooter or he's an inside player. But still, UH is going to have to bring their A game in this first time meeting against the Purple Eagles. And do I think they're going to win it? Yeah. I probably would pick them for 5-point favorites. But if they win by a big margin, I'll be pleasantly surprised. So anyway, guys, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. I also have given my prediction as well for Niagara. So, and as you saw that earlier. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And remember, subscribe helps the algorithm. I want to remonetize my channel, so please show your support. Please hit the subscribe button if you want more basketball recaps or softball recaps or any game show games, which you will see one tomorrow. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all then. Ring the bell, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Malama Pono, everyone.